In the premiere episode of a new video podcast hosted by a well-known comedian and actor, his longtime friend, a rapper, singer, and fellow entertainer, joined him for an open, candid conversation. The two have maintained a close, supportive friendship for more than 8 years, and their discussion delved deeply into topics like mental health challenges, recovery experiences, and the unexpected ways their lives have intertwined. The host, recognized for his time on a major sketch comedy show and subsequent film roles, has been open about his battles with bipolar disorder, addiction, and multiple rehab stays. His guest, known professionally by a stage name derived from his initials and sharing a similar trajectory in music and acting, has also spoken publicly about sobriety journeys and managing bipolar symptoms. Taped in the host's garage, a laid-back, personal setting, the episode allowed for raw honesty without the polish of a traditional studio. A key theme was how their mental health experiences seemed to sync up in a supportive way. The guest noted that whenever one enters a manic phase, the other tends to be stable, creating a natural balance where they can lean on each other without both being overwhelmed simultaneously. This led to a darkly humorous exchange about an informal suicide pact they've joked about over the years, not a literal plan, but a light-hearted acknowledgement of how they've kept each other afloat during low points. They reflected on how this back and forth has likely prevented worse outcomes, expressing gratitude for surviving periods when both expected shorter lifespans due to their struggles. The pair bonded initially through shared work experiences, including an early encounter on a comedy rap show and later collaborating on a rock biopic project. Over time, their connection deepened through mutual understanding of coming from difficult backgrounds, facing public scrutiny, and finding redemption through personal growth. They described their stories as phoenix-like rises from challenging circumstances, emphasizing themes of resilience and transformation. Both have navigated addiction and recovery extensively. The host has undergone rehab multiple times, viewing it as a process of acquiring essential coping skills that eventually stick. He praised his friend for approaching recovery efficiently, absorbing lessons quickly without unnecessary delays. They laughed about frequently calling each other from treatment facilities, never coinciding but always needing support at similar times. Notes and check-ins became a ritual, helping them stay grounded. Fatherhood has been a major stabilizing force for both. The host recently welcomed his first child, a daughter, with his partner, marking a new chapter that encourages more thoughtful decision-making. The guest is a father to a teenage daughter from an earlier relationship and a younger child with a former partner, with whom he maintains a cooperative co-parenting arrangement. They agreed that having children raises the stakes, prompting them to pause before reacting impulsively and reach out for perspective when needed. The host described his friend as one of the few people who truly understands his daily realities, making those calls invaluable. The conversation touched on lighter memories too, like attending a major awards show together years ago as unmedia-trained young men in suits, leading to mischievous antics that made headlines. They reminisced about the chaos and joked about needing to make amends publicly someday.